And this drive will start at the 25. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Makes the grab. It's Hamilton. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole, quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Complete downfield. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's got his man. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Cardinals!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he added the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Navy. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Looking for space. It's Norton. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Bulls want to crank the tempo. Brown wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, USF.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Keeps it on the draw. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
That has to sting as a defense. In a third and obvious passing situation, you're going against this dual-threat quarterback you know can scramble, right? You've got to have somebody at home either spying him or mirroring him, expecting that to happen. That time, the defense wasn't in the right position, and the quarterback absolutely killed them with his...
There he goes! Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes...
Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. Back to throw, it's Kelly. Really short gain on that one, defense all over it.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Gonna sling it on second down. Slings it downfield. Finds a man on the right. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. They just keep firing. Setting up the screen. And that one looks great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Quick completion to the right. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Brown will throw it. Going deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. He lobs one high down the left side. And that pass is caught at the 25. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Cardinals line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. And the punt team able to smack it to the ground. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Brown wants to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
He's in open space downfield. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out.
Pulls it in down the sideline. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Norton. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Bulls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. And the Bulls are in the hurry up. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game. Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out. Man, I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. And the Cardinals are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Look out, he's got room. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Here comes the option. Gets it past the marker. It's a running room. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
Brown will throw it. They'll run the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. The offense changing the play. Using his legs to buy some time. Unleashes to the end zone. A strike downfield.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to... Well, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And the defense got it. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Cardinals will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Loss on 1st down increased the degree of difficulty. 2nd and goal from the 8. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Here's a heat. Touchdown Cardinals. Fitted in the window for the score. Extra point here will give them the lead.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
That brings us to the close of the quarter, and Ball State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down, we'll open up the final period. To the ground with the back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Here's the give off the left side. He's stopped right there, short of the first down, in this defense trying to preserve the lead. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll take a deep shot here. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Ball State gets it back. The offense headed to the field. They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Tight end now in motion. The give as they work on that clock. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
He'll keep it himself. Breaks into the open. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Well, the offense did fall on that loose football, but it won't matter much as they turn it over on downs. A first down run on the doorstep. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go to the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. He'll do it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ball State.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Under fire. On a little time, lets it go. Punts it out of the air. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Brown wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Kept it and he's past the mark. Major gaps in that defense and he got loose and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Bulls racing to the line in the hurry out. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Nimrod. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Offside. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Trying play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. A two-tier job for this offense. First, get the touchdown, then the 2 to try to pull even here in the fourth quarter. It's caught for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it comes down to the 2-point conversion.
They got the touchdown, guys, but I don't know if they're going to be able to even get a playoff after this onside kick attempt. If they recover it, they're going to have to do it super quick to give themselves a chance for the Hail Mary into the end zone to win.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
So my understanding is all the other purple variations of this weekend, you're trying to make a stir, some type of spreader, or some shit like that. And that's why they have different things.
And guys, as big as that touchdown was, they have to try to pay it off with a 2-point try to tie the game. Brown will throw it. Release to the back. He makes the grab for the 2-point conversion, and in the final moments, we are tied. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, the running back has it. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Four quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. And finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll give it to him again. There he goes.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Looking to throw, it's Kelly. He's got his man, makes the grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And this is the hardest part of the field to execute a third and long. Everybody drops back now, and they're just covering the red zone area. So little space to cover. But the good news is now 4th and long makes the decision easy. Kick the field goal.
That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And that's just what you couldn't have happen. You can't come away with no points on your first possession. It puts all the pressure, David, on your defense. Now, they've got to pitch a shutout here on their opponent's opening possession of OT, where this game is over.
And, man, does it change the complexion now for defense, because now you got to be aggressive, because all they need is a field goal to win. They don't have to be aggressive offensively. They can run the football. This defense is going to have to be great and force the kicker into a tough spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They're working that left side. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. They're already in position for a potential game-winning field goal here on 1st and goal in overtime. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation. Want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. He got it. A walk-off field goal wins it in overtime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team...
Now, the kicker might be getting 2 innings. Start 13.